Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another session with MNFI. Today, I want to be addressing an issue which is affecting a lot of us in the present day Nigeria. Our country is passing through a very serious economic challenge, and somehow our politicians seem not to know what to do. The presidents and the politicians, PDP, APC, all of them seems not to be focusing on our key challenge. The major challenge that Nigeria is facing now is an economic collapse challenge. Now, most of you might not know that this is happening because the, would I say, anti-corruption war in quote has been distracting our attention. But ask any country, the first warning sign that your country is going to have serious economic turmoil is when the IMF starts to visit you. You can measure the degree of turmoil that your country's economy is passing through based on who comes from IMF to visit you. Now, they can send you a country director, they can send you one of the vice president, but when the president of IMF visits your nation, it means that you people are in serious economic mess. Now, I think that Nigeria is in very deep economic mess based on the indicators that are happening all around us. Amazingly, almost all of us are ignoring it. Or most people, because of the distraction of what is happening in the media, we're all awash with the issue of different, in quotes, anti-corruption wars. Most of us have taken our attention off this disaster that is about to hit our country. And what I want to do today is, for those of us who might not have noticed the wave about to slam, you know, when a tsunami wants to hit a nation, a tsunami, it happens when there's an earthquake under the sea. Now, when it happens, those on the sea will not even know what is happening. But the animals can sense when a tsunami is about to happen, and they will take off. Now, when a tsunami happens under the sea, the earthquake pushes a mass of water and can send water more than 50 kilometers inland. Meaning that those who think that they are safe will find themselves being battered, and even their lives and property being destroyed. What I want to do is try to get our attention to what is happening to our nation, and as much as possible, contribute my quota towards helping our nation. Now, I think that most of us need to go beyond the whalers and clappers syndrome that we are categorizing ourselves in. Because every day when you look at the social media, most people are either praising the government or are complaining. I think that for the average Nigerian who does not know what is happening, he or she needs to focus his attention on how to survive the next 3 to 4 years. Because we have just hit another economic downturn. Now, the world economy most times runs in 7 years, which means after a 7 years period of economic boom, we have a bust. The last economic bust that happened in 2007, 2008. And after that again, the world economy started to revive. Now, if you count 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have just hit another world economic depression era again. It means that if you have listened to what is happening all around the world economy, you notice that almost all the countries in the world are facing economic crash. Now, what are the signs that Nigeria is entering a serious economic turmoil? The major way to measure the health of any economy is to look at the country's stock market. If you have taken any time to study the Nigerian Stock Exchange, you will notice that the signs has gone from amber to red to deep red. Almost all the company in Nigeria is bleeding seriously. A few months back, Guinness Nigeria Limited released their report, financial report, and this company declared more than 95% drop in their profit. Almost every other company has been declaring either massive loss or more than 70 to 80% drop in their profit. This should send a warning signal to each and every one of us. Now, what I want to do is share with you some of the principles that I think will help each and every one of us for those of us who really want to survive the coming times, the things that you need to do with your company or with your business and with your life. Now, for those of us who want to continue to wail, I can't really help you. For those who want to also continue to clap for the government, I wish you all the best of luck. But those of you who really want to at least prepare for the coming time, these are the things I think you really need to do. Now, the principles I want to share with you today actually came out from the story, the parable that Jesus shared about a man who called his servants, and to one he gave 5 talents, to another one he gave 2 talents, to one he gave 1 talent. He gave them according to their ability. So from that particular parable, I have been able to decipher certain principles. You can read up that parable in the Bible. It's called the parable of the talents, which most of us know. So what I want to distill from it is the principle that if you practice this year will save your, I'm not saying that it's 100% will save your business, but at least I know that it can help you to avoid the coming economic crash. Now, the first principles I identify from this is that you need to understand that your resources are scarce. Because what that businessman did was he called his workers, and to one he gave 5 talents, to one he gave 2, to the other one he gave 1. You need to understand that the resources you have now to run your business are scarce. So if you look at your areas of productivity, you need to deploy your resources based on the area you feel will give you the highest return. If you have been sharing your resources equally in every aspect of your business, this is the time to stop doing it. This owner of the businessman, what he did was to share his resources based on the talent of his people. You need to start to look at the talent of people and start to give them resources based on their ability to yield results. The next thing I also want you to talk about is before deploying massive resources, always test with just adequate resources to measure productivity and source of revenue. See, for anybody that no matter how convincing your staff is, or no matter how fine you think a business line is, test it with limited resources. You know, one of the major mistakes, I won't say it's a mistake here, but I'll call it a mistake. One of the mistakes I made recently was in investing in the Nigerian stock market. I looked at the stock, I picked certain stocks, after analyzing them, I started to invest in them. Now, I failed to look at the company and ask myself, I was looking at which one I felt would do well. But what I should have done was to use before deploying massively there, was to pick just a limited amount and invest in different companies and see those ones that will do well. And it's in those ones that do well that I should have deployed more resources into. You too also need to look